Welcome on back everyone to Total War Warhammer 3 and part 11 of our Elspeth von Draken Immortal Empires campaign. In today's episode we're here for a duel against Tamarkhan and Drazhoath. My only regret is that we don't have Gotrek and Felix in here for this army, Gotrek, Felix, and Ulrika. Even if she wasn't necessarily at the siege of Wisland and Nuln, Gotrek and Felix absolutely were, at least for the first time with Thanquol. So what we will be doing here is having a siege battle, of course, against Tamarkhan and Drazhoath. We have Elspeth, and we've got Malachai's forces here with his double Thunder Barge and a group of Dawi artillery. I don't really think Tamarkhan and his guys have a bit of a chance, and they just don't know it yet. To the field. Tamarkhan's siege now enters into its 7th day. He has committed the bulk of his forces to the assault. High above the tumult, Elspeth watches from the back of her carmine dragon, perched atop a high cathedral spire like a terrifying living gargoyle. Nuln's finest stand ready to lay down their lives for the jewel of the Empire. A score of bright burning souls who might find glory beyond lesser men, or seek their spirit candles brutally snuffed out in the merciless chaos of war.
These harbingers of chaos bring nothing but death and destruction to our lands. These souls may be lost, but I shall not cower while the slaughter continues. Weave death among this filth. They have tainted our lands long enough.
Heard. And here we've got the Spirit of Grodny all ready to go. No, this is just a normal Thunder Barge. Are his normal ones orange too? Interesting. Well, I see no reason to go ahead and deploy all the way in the back, since Tamarkhan's forces are over here with Malachai. Where are the Chaos Dwarves? Are they all right here? Bold strategy. Let's go ahead and have the Knights of the Black Rose taking up different gatehouses, that way they can stream on forth like a tide of death. We have the tank doing the same. The place for our artillery positions. The Empire actually doesn't have very good elevated positions for artillery. I'd like to see empires that, or at least an overhaul to maps where empires that heavily rely on artillery for their armies have a little bit of, they have elevated firing positions for both crossbows, handguns, gunpowder, any kind of gunpowder or siege would just be awesome, because as it stands, you'd have to sally these cannons out to have them do anything. You can't deploy them on top of walls like you see in the Warhammer 1 trailer, so these cannons really aren't all that useful unless we have enemies trying to approach across the bridge. So we'll have them set up in positions. We have them fire all the way out. He's gonna hurt friends too much. We'll have them as a secondary just in case, for if anyone tries to come down these hallways here, they are going to get annihilated by cannons. Perfect. Then we have our Hellstorm rocket battery, which we can actually use to fire over the walls as long as we get good angles. Again, the towering spire arches of the Empire cities makes it hard to fire our Hellstorm. We might be able to get a good angle here, but they're gonna smash right into the walls. Ray, what are you doing? I've got Grey Cat come in having a panic attack. Come here. You didn't sit with me for a second. We've got a storm rolling in, and she despises any kind of weather, including very light rainstorms. She's not as tough as she used to be. When we got Grey, she's the second oldest. She was by far the toughest of the three. Like to try to start fights. And backflipped off the walls, and now you're scared of everything, aren't you? I don't know what happened to you. Alright, let's go ahead and put our Witch Hunter up here on top. Elspeth. I'm going to try to use Elspeth to laser breath down one of these siege towers. I love seeing the Chaos Dwarf and Nurgle ones together. This doesn't seem like enough. They've got all of their guys up on top of the walls. We can go ahead and deploy one of our Amethyst Ironsides on this gatehouse. Even if they take the gatehouse down, it's not going to throw dudes off and have them all die. We can have one here and here, double up those Amethyst Ironsides. And we can do the same here, and then we can have some normal Nuln Ironsides. Here's the thing. I'm positive we're going to have other enemies coming on in from other sections of the map. So let's go Nuln Ironsides here. Free Company Militia here. And here as well. These are just Javelin Towers, which is a little bit unfortunate. We'll have the Purple Grenadiers, rolling with our Knights of the Black Rose. Who else do we have here? We can deploy the Spearmen in behind our cannon crews.
Great cannon!
We have Grape Shot. I would feel even better about having these cannons lock up choke points for us. So go ahead and put the other spears in to defend you guys. Our engineers, are you guys both on horses? Indeed. So, guess what you guys are going to be doing? The fact that we don't see the entirety of Drowsowith's army is a bit concerning. Sure, they will show up quite soon. Infantry will go artillery, and then our fast movers. I'm actually going to have the tank go with the fast movers. Alright. Let it begin. Oh, there's the rest of them. Surrounding the entire settlement here. Okay.
Bring from the shores of death. You should fear me, my friends, but not half as much as the enemy will.
We have deployed poorly. Let's come on out to the side here and go after them. Didn't want it to show us the entire enemy. Alright, Elspeth. You go ahead and drop your heal zap on the foolish Nurgle artillery piece. Now, I'd love to see the Amethyst artillery already, or Amethyst Ironsides evaporated the Wrought Knights. Go ahead and drop the crown in the middle here. See what's going on the other side. Alright, Free Company and Null and Ironside. Let's go ahead and have you all. Not sure. I guess one of the tanks or one of the infantrymen is going with them. Bring you guys further back into the settlement. That way they're not just getting wiped out by what's approaching. Drowsowith dueling with Elspeth. Not going well for Elspeth. We do have Spirit Leech. I do have the Purple Son of Xeris to delete these Infernal Guard with the Fire Glaives. There we go. Now the fight's going our way. Alright, go ahead and fall back. Except for you. You stay here with the Wrought Knights. I need my Amethyst Outriders to get away. Now we need the tank to come around here. They can fire at everyone up and over the hill. Elspeth is obliterating Drowsowith now. Dead the onslaught. Yeah, the Knights of the Black Rose getting smacked up a fair bit. Hold the line, boys. No, don't get closer. Just sit there and shoot grenades at them. Alright, Drowsowith is broken. One of the commanders has fallen. Go ahead, turn and go for the laser breath on the Death Shrieker. Omicron's forces are streaming up and over the walls. The Slayers throwing themselves into the fray. I'm gonna go ahead and say, drop the Spirit Barrage on their Maggot Cannon here. It'll hopefully hit Ubebelos as well. Incoming! Here comes the artillery. They got away from Tomarcon. Very smart. The rockets crash on in, and there goes a magma cannon just like that. It's just evaporated. Speaking of evaporated, you boys need to run. They met more like champions. Riflemen delete Drowsowith. Alright, Rocket's doing a very good job. Elspeth, we need to go ahead and use your Timekeeper to yoink some health from the Toruk. Keep actually casting. Go ahead and fire your Mercurial Shot here. Let's have these lads get to the edge of the map, and then we'll go ahead and have them retreat. No, my Free Company militia. They got caught on their way through. Get in there, Slayers. We need you now more than ever. Free Company militia take the frontal position. Ironsides, you directly behind them. Looks like I have units taking up weird positions here, but thankfully I do not. We just lost a good deal of those Free Company militia. Get in there, Slayers. Alright, Chaos War Shrine's done. I'm going to have Elspeth continue to yoink the health away from Staruk. I think with that last one there, we're free to get it going after Tamarkon directly. You guys deal with those Rot Knights. Or Taruk. Yeah, magical bullets hurt, don't they? I couldn't even accuse him, he got slain so quickly. Well, that's that. Indeed. Let's go ahead and bring the grenades up. And same thing with that engineer, we'll use him to hold the line. How are the Slayers doing? Oh, they're finding a mighty doom indeed. Speaking of mighty doom, Elspeth. We've got something that can probably turn the tide here. Make you faster in any way? Looks like absolutely not. She's just slow, that's the way. But let's drop the Overcast Spirit Leech on their Sorcerer, if I can locate him. Yoink.
Take position!
The Slayer Pirates need to stay in and actually fight the foe instead of running. Purple Son of Xeris here looks good. You guys ride around, we need to go after Tamarkon. Tamarkon and his big boy Bubebelos. Alright, there's the Purple Sun. Get moving, Elspeth. Nemesis Crown behind. And Thunder Barge. I thought it was the Spirit of Grung. You know, the Spear Barge is in super speed mode. Oh, the Slayers are gonna get my Null Ironsides killed. There we go. Ironsides started fire. And looks like Tamarkon's force is broken. Let's go duel with boy himself. They've all fled. We'll use the Grenadiers to go after Kaizek. Awesome. Let the demons break. Go ahead and have the Free Company militia fall back enough where they're not getting taken out by the approaching Nurglites. Now for a field test. Here comes Kaizek. Kazek's... Even Kaizek the Foul breaks and runs. What a coward. Mercurial shot of Bubebelos. I'll show you my work. Let's let Kaizek flee. We'll go ahead and take down the more elites. How about Laser Breath on Bubebelos? Brother, you missed. Alright, let's get him. The ultimate duel. And I don't believe Elspeth will win without help. So let's go ahead and make sure we have the help. Using those death spells, we'll have the engineer move around behind. And then we've got extra shots hitting Tamarkon as well. There we go, we can watch the duel. Carmen the Carmine Dragon. Versus something that's honestly much bigger and scarier. Alright, great, you're starting to make my legs go numb. Tamarkon gets some pretty good hits on Elspeth. But she does have regeneration. And also isn't getting shot at by insane amounts of rifle fire. Trying to give her a side shoulder bump, or what's going on here? Ooh, attacking the... something. down with the bloody maggot. Of course, Elspeth is too close. He didn't do his try to health steal. I mean, I'm happy for it. He didn't really leap out to try to get Elspeth, though. Glorious victory. Nuln is safe. Alright, quest battle complete. Actually, I'm curious. Oh no, we can't even see. I'm curious to see if he even had his Maggot Lord ability like he was meant to. Either way, though, that is a heap of schematics. We can easily afford us some amethyst rocket batteries. Bracing Sigmar, we goes 44% replenishment. I think we're gonna go ahead and take the gold.
They consume our supplies. Get rid of them.
Elspeth von Draken, the dark and ancient power of the Nemesis Crown is stirring. Before you lies a momentous decision. A choice that may impact the course of destiny and the fate of the entire world. We can take the final tier crown. At least I'm pretty sure this is. Corruption of the Crown 2. 30 to 60 damage per second. It is incredible, but it makes everyone despise us. So what we are going to go ahead and do is finally seal away the crown, forsake the crown, and whenever it pops back up, we'll go ahead and claim it again. We'll just never allow it to ascend to its final tier. And instead of sealing, we're going to act like this has been sealed away in one of Elspeth's vaults. She just decided, the corrupting power is a little bit too much. She likes the magic boost, but everything else, a little bit too much. Tosses it back into storage to chill. Got Leaphold the Black. Coin, bought Prince and his Dogs of War made a good account of themselves during the Siege of Nuln. He stands ready to fight alongside Elspeth once more, for a price. How sweet, give Elspeth even more ward save. Although, I wouldn't mind giving that lad on over to Bruckner. Findle, what are you up to? Where did Bruckner get off to? Amerkant. Ultimately, all of the ambition, amassed, slavering hordes, and the channel power of Nurgle himself came to naught when faced with steel and sorcery. Extra experience gained for lords and heroes of this army, and then extra local recruitment capacity. Also got detowered, having been drawn from the relative safety of his tower in the Black Fortress. Drowsowith has been done in. Couldn't happen to a nicer fellow. Extra income from province capital and settlement buildings win on map. We need to farm Drowsowith, excuse me? That's incredible. Alright, we'll use the Spirit Barrage ability. It deleted one of his archers. I would have loved for it to splash Tamarkan to. Next time, if we have a Spirit Barrage, I'm going to use it on the likes of Icket Claw, which I should have saved it for. See if it just instantly deletes Icket Claw. That's the Gates of Nuln, though, so 5,000 more treasury to us. The crowd has been sealed away, and our forges have been depleted, of course. A quick look at the gunnery school itself. I mean, I'm very tempted to grab another Spirit Barrage. That was incredible. What do we need to get up into our final tier? Just the Nuln gunnery school itself. See, listen, I would love to snag an Amethyst rocket battery, but I think the Spirit Leech barrage will allow us to survive
Ordnance of the Nether.
without losing Marienburg.
Elspeth von
Which I don't think I can build in a garden here and teleport immediately, can I? Oh, we can. Well then. Gardens are more constructed. And then, well, I'm not going to build this yet, but Get Claw. You're having a bad day. Let's see if we can't make it worse. Or at least he's having a good day, as far as he knows. Someone at Skavenblight probably has just sabotaged his plans. Couldn't have been us. Irrepressible. Oh, she has all of the replenishment rate. Sounds good. Into less upkeep for the whole army.
Dark Lady
Beautiful.
of Nuln.
Can I further buff up our forces in any way? No, but I can make you faster, Kevin, which is always good. Faster into less reload time. 4 seconds is the minimum you can drop it to, so the likes of our Ironsides, why they don't tend to get higher than 105, which they were previously, now they're at 98, is because you can't drop below 4 seconds reload time, and I think that's just because of animations. I don't know the exact reason, but assume that would be the best guess. Alright, sweet. So Elspeth, let's go ahead and pass out those skills. We'll teleport on over towards helping our fellows. Book of Asher. That's such a good item. Oh yes, no. Brokener, I was going to give you Leap Pulled the Black.
What does the Emperor bid?
10% ward save, 15% more weapon strength than Murderous Charge from what he is upon a Reaper, the Demogryph. Ooh, he's going to be so strong. Now, we also have a Messenger for more movement, an Outrider for more line of sight, a Servant in case he gets, well, so people don't wound him. And Woodsman for more income from buildings, but those only go on Lords. Which, thankfully, we do have a few. But he's already got a Woodsman, and he only has a Woodsman. How about more trade tariffs, more control? War Banner is borderline useless. Alright, Ulbrich. Well, you know what? Since he used to be a Mill von Corden. Is that one of our captains? No, it's not. It was one of our previous... Either way, Ulbrich used to be one of the Elector Counts. We'll give him a Rune Fang. Yoink. Also, I don't even know who that Emil was. That likely was one of our previous lords that we have disbanded or got killed. Alright, so Luther.
Amethyst Magistrix.
Skills that I said we're going to go ahead and pass out. Let's go Counter-Striker.
Von Draken.
Deadly Onslaught into 2 points and hard to hit. Sounds perfect. We'll probably just snag all-terrain vehicle in case we move him from Elspeth's squad. Real gunnery sounds perfect for you there, Carol.
Pioneer of progress.
Pioneer of progress. We'll do mobility, income, and then start buffing up the main army.
Lady of Shaiish.
Sweet business. I need you, Elspeth, to come teleport over here to Marienburg. Oh, we can't for 2 turns. No. So we wasted the garden building. Darn. Okay, well, we learned the hard way. We do still have the Spirit Barrage to try to scare them off. Can you wound them at all? Oh yeah, assassinate Bale Quint.
Judgment is death.
Good. Prove it.
Cannot.
No. I mean, you got a fisherman out of it, but that hardly seems like a consolation prize. I'll go ahead and throw in a guardhouse here. And hopefully the Emperor can go ahead and bring some troops to help. Otherwise, Claw is going to do some mean things. We also do have Big Nasty Shrek moving in from the Black Blood Pass, or not the Black Blood Pass, the Fire Pass. Blackfire Pass. I'll remember the name eventually. And of course we do have the incursions of the Greenskins to worry about.
Now?
If not now, then when? You've got the 1 unit of Grenadier Outriders. All of the Knights are going to be just Demogryph. How many turns do we have to wait to get them? We can't just yet. Okay. Well, through Global we can get cannons in about a turn. We can also do so here. We're so incredibly cheap, so let's go ahead and grab 2 cannons to snipe out big boys. And just Lords of Heroes. Grab some grenades there, so we've got 2 Grenadiers. 3 rifles, a fair few spears. I wouldn't mind changing these spearmen out for the shielded variant, but for now, those are working fine. Girl for your army.
It is impossible.
And since Outriders do have firewalls moving, I don't think that may have been a more recent patch that gave your normal rifle Outriders firewall moving. I don't believe they always did. How is Kislev doing? It's alright, but the amount of rats around there is concerning for sure.
I trust no man.
Alright, Aldebert.
The nation calls.
The nation calls. One of the imposing fort there. Here in Stirland, we can get the clergy upgrade. I don't think so, though. Honigstein does have Vote Obersteier restored. So popping in the farm there, so we have more growth. We do have the wall target here at Nuln, which we can upgrade in 4 turns. But as far as the rest go here, I might just take the growth building up at Schwarzhofen. Then Halden's Lost Ruins. Oh yeah, this is what happens when you leave OVN Lost World on. So if you hadn't noticed already, OVN Lost World is on for our Elspeth von Draken campaign. It was previously for Xiao Ming, and I just forgot to take it on off. Alright, it'll make it a little bit more of a thematic campaign. So Gerhardt will have you get better at assassinating. Hopefully the Bretonnians or this army here can help us. If not, we are in trouble. But not do any upgrading to more time. Oh, I thought it was telling us we had... Oh, I thought it was telling us we had Skaven in Whistleland. Thinks we do, but instead we actually have an assassin's hideout. Friendly. Friendly Skaven.
Working alone is a blessing. I detest being stranded.
I got 3 more engineers, 2 more captains, and 1 more witch hunter, and 2 more battle wizards. So let's go ahead and get the battle wizards over here at Drakenhof. Death wizards sound good to me. I think I get the other. Oh, I can get all of them now. Ooh, hang on. Having a death wizard, having a life wizard up with Albrecht sounds perfect. So what I'm likely going to do is find a new army for Gotrek and Felix, and Ulrika, they'll find themselves probably with one of our huntsman generals. Go ahead and grab Conrad, the Perceptive.
The babbling brook.
The Bubbling Brook. And Conrad, you can have the Book of Asher. Awesome, let's go ahead and grab ourselves another wizard. What's going to work out well? I think someone said they wanted a... Was it a Celestial or a Light Wizard? Oh no. Let me go ahead and pause for a moment. I'll go ahead and take a quick look at our comments, make sure I know exactly which wizard we want so we can build that army up. Alright, I'm back from my searching, and it was Lunicu that was looking for a Celestial Wizard, so we'll go ahead and grab one of our Dracula-looking crazies. So we've got Gustav the Knowledgeable and Curtus the Disciplined. I mean, having 2 extra melee attack is pretty nice.
What is your wish?
I need you to drop rocks on as many people as possible. Sound good. Welcome, Curtis. It's a pretty cool looking staff. If all else fails and your magic doesn't work, you can always use it as a club. Practicality I'm here for. So Curtis, we need to build you up a specific army. So I think that's what we'll do. Whichever the army is we're going to make with Gotrek, Felix, and Ulrika, that'll be Celestial themed. They are heroes of celestial nature. I guess I'll go ahead and upgrade the clergy here up to the Temple of Sigmar. Gotta show Sigmar the proper respect.
'Tis a burden.
Outposts available for Averland, Middenland, Talabheim, and Zufbar, which I probably prefer here at Zufbar. Get flamethrowers. I'd love to have a front line of grudge rakers. And so, we're gonna make it happen. Lug and Eye Gouger. Just don't think we're going to keep Averland as a nation for too much longer, so I'm going to go ahead and ignore that for now. Averland will probably be our next confederation. Just because Reichland tends to do very well for itself, so we can leave Reichland to its own devices for quite some time.
The Empire.
Alright, Marienburg is under attack, and he's bringing in allies, too. Ooh, it's going to be so tough. Alright. Well, we won the Siege of Null. Let's see if we can win the Siege of Marienburg as well. This time without the help of the Dawi. Alright, let's do this. So Ikit has split up into two forces. He's got unit of Rattling Guns and a couple of just normies over here with the Warlock Engineer and the Doom Flayers. You know, the most dangerous thing about this army here, like I was saying, is definitely going to be the Warlock Engineer and Ikitlaw himself. Got a Grey Cat trying to get back. Listen, girl, you go sit somewhere else and we'll play after I'm done recording. Or better yet, go find Mochi and play. Absolutely not, it's way too easy. Alright, so here's one of our ways out, but we'd be running right into Rattling Guns. I think what we'll do instead with our Outriders is just have them as kind of just tall riflemen. So as the rats try to take the walls, we'll just blast them to bits. We will have to watch out for Ikit's casting. But if I can hit him with a spirit, if I can hit him with a spirit barrage, that is the huge part of their army gone. Mortars up top here. Mortar wagons as well. Crossbows and rifles. I only have 3 of you guys. I feel like our garrisons need to be more crossbows than anything else. Let's go ahead and have the crossbow team set up over here. We'll do 2 halberds as well, so we'll go. You guys kind of spread out, so they don't have very many infantry. We can afford to spread them out just to kind of activate all these towers here. I'm gonna have my husband general also take up position. If I get him up on top of the wall, can he fire on that lord? Not quite. Still gonna try. Keep him on the wall. I'm gonna have the other captain on this gatehouse behind here.
The Empire endures.
Probably what we'll do is we'll keep the halberdiers behind. You go get involved after. Rifles I'm gonna put here, but again, if we can spread them out, that way a shot of lightning isn't gonna hurt nearly as bad. Okay. Doesn't mean it's not gonna feel just the worst, but let's go ahead and grab the swordsman. Have the big position. Let's go tier 2 piercing tower here. Infantry. Put all of you in guard mode.
Awaiting orders.
Alright, there it is. Got just about nothing on this side. The 2 halberdier teams. Alright, let's see if we can hold the line. To the fray. Mortars, you go ahead and range down these warp fire throwers for me.
Bring it down.
Oh, they've got the sharpshooters, the Jezzails.
Finding range, sir. For Heldenhammer.
Those Jezzail teams are doing extremely well. Crackling guys right off the walls. You fire on Naked. No, you stay here. This thing fire on Naked Claw. You fire on those Jezzail teams. Where are my great swords? Bring you guys round. Rifle get back up on top here. Mortars, go ahead and switch to these Rattling Guns. I'm gonna try to hit Ikit with the Spirit Barrage. How are things going on this other side here? Like really poorly. Now you drop the nuke himself. Our Spirit Barrage hit him. That didn't do nearly as much. Handguns fire here. Few handguns get up on top. We lost an entire unit of Outriders.
Ready for war! Outriders! Sigma guide.
Thankfully, he only has the one nuke, though.
Ready! The Empire endures!
Fortunately, he has plenty of magics.
Battle tank, we're ready!
You guys get up the hill.
Take the ground!
Halberdiers!
Halberdiers, you hold the line.
Ready for war! Sigma!
Great swords get in there.
Quickly!
Can't believe they're not firing their way. Okay, so we've got 500 more. And we've lost the front gates. Warlock Engineer is going to be an absolute problem.
Taking ground! Moving out! Now!
Huntsman General, you just going to fall back. We're going to try to slow the enemy as we go.
Mortar! Reserve the
Mortars keep flapping those rattling guns. You go after the Doombringers.
No lingering!
Rattling guns are doing what they can.
Hammer! Emperor's might!
Outriders, you move over just a bit here.
General!
These handguns can get up on top of this barricade here. At least nearly won the fight with the Giselle teams. Here comes the third or the secondary army. Huntsman General, you just kind of fall back and keep blasting arrows as you go. Oh, there's no way. Oh, they're actually hitting them there. That's incredible.
At speed!
So how they're firing up and over the wall with their Jezzail shots. That's incredible. Alright, mortar wagons, I really need you guys to roll around here to go after these Jezzails. Claw comes inside the walls, only to get filled full of lead.
We serve the Emperor! Halberdiers!
Surrounding their halberdiers. Bring him down.
Mortar! Outriders!
Oh, I walked right into it.
Battle! We are ready!
Come on, take him down quick.
In range!
You go ahead and keep falling back yourself. Fire on them.
Orders heeded!
I mean, I see no reason to stop running and firing, so keep falling back.
Ready! Sigma, guide our fire!
Fortune their own boys. Go ahead and get these halberds down off the walls. Great swords cut through these clan rats.
The Empire ensures!
Do I lose all of those halberdiers? Awesome. Must have been a ton of friendly fire from the mortars.
Mortar! Yes, General! For the Emperor!
Come on, boys. He's locked in one spot. Give him the business.
Fire! Huntsman!
Alright, Huntsman. Not really approving of you losing this fight here. They're just trying to draw us off the wall. Those clan rats.
Up there! Proceeding! Sigma calls!
Take those rattling guns down.
My orders stand!
Halberdiers, you go ahead and move around.
March! Sir, Sigma calls!
Come on. They're turned to the wrong direction, so of course they can't hit them.
Empire endures! At speed! Moving now! Fire!
Pull away from Maggot Claw there. Let's get more towers in further in here. Oh, it's actually controlled by that one. What a bad spot.
Huntsman! Your call!
Cannonball sounds perfect. Go ahead and bring these Outriders up to help. Not you, Grey Swords. You need to come over here and slaughter.
Empire endures! Quickly!
Yeah, go ahead and capture that zone. See what happens to you. Maggot Claw's finally going down. At the cost of our own captain's life. Well done there, Claude.
Yes, General! Soldiers of the Empire!
Alright, now the rats are completely disoriented.
Guns of Nome! Fire!
There goes Maggot Claw permanently.
Riders!
Well, maybe I get back up on the walls because they're just sniping from over here, but... Towers, if you guys could finish off the Giselle teams like I keep asking, that'd be just the swellest.
For the Emperor!
Did take down the towers from us. He's just going after more positions. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw in a few more towers where I can. Make this Skaven have a terrible time coming on through our settlement here.
Let us go!
Mortar wagons. If you could fire in the middle of that group, that'd be awesome. Here comes a chieftain.
Fire endures! Show us the foe! For Heldenhammer! At speed!
Outriders, you guys can come outside the wall
Moving now!
and do some pursuing of what's over here. Be awesome. Outriders are blasting the brakes off the Warlock Engineer. Crossbows, if you could turn to help out these guys against their clan rats, that'd be sweet. Fire an arrow of Akshi towards them as well.
Very well! Sigma calls! Limber weapons!
Limbo weapons.
Yes, General! Go!
Is he actually capturing the zone from them? Some shenanigans. Mortar go after those plague monks. Keep blasting them, but don't let them blast back. Back on in.
Hammers ready! Yes, sir. Understood.
Arrowvac, well, we can't really wait. I guess we can. There's like Arrowvac here, and then run on your way over here as soon as you can.
Sir,
And another blast, please.
failed comet. We serve friends.
Ripping their way through these warp fire throwers, which is perfect. Love to see it. Now they're going up and over the walls now. You need to start getting some blockers. Slow them. Alright, there we go. Hunt them down, make sure we don't lose that zone.
Mortar! Crew to cannons! March as one!
Go ahead and rotate there. Warp fire throwers are about gone. Let's see if you can blast into this chieftain. Not sure where these guys are going. They're leaving.
Halberdiers! March! We obey!
Alright, so let's put in a few blockers when we can.
By Bullrich Rock!
Mortar wagons, you keep bothering those plague monks.
Ready!
They're gone.
Sir! Sigma calls!
Great swords are all disorganized.
No
Hold them back a bit.
To battle!
There it is.
Orders!
You guys finished off this engineer, right?
Ready!
Almost.
Charge!
Just trying to delay them as much as we can here. Using a lot of their ammunition just to clear our walls.
The Empire endures! Halberdiers! Ready for war!
Somehow they have these towers captured with like one rat, so let's get over there and stop that.
Mortar!
Here comes a plague Gracier.
March! Quicker! Charge!
Great swords you get up there to stop that. Yeah, they waited until I wasn't microing, and then they turned the chieftain around.
Sigma guides us!
There we go. Shots into those handguns doing really good work.
The Empire endures! Form a ring of steel! Hit your targets!
Alright, mortars, I'd say these plague monks are still your target. They're done. You come on up here to help out with this Gracier.
Halberdiers! Great swords!
Cut him down.
Sigma guides us!
You also keep bothering those plague monks. They've got numbers, but we have Fury. That's not a tower zone I can take anymore. Bring down the Doombringers.
Great swords!
Don't get too close. Those are the Doombringers unbreakable? That's incredible.
Missile troops! For the Warhammer!
Handguns, let's go ahead and come back just a bit there.
March!
They left the... Oh, the chieftain's actually trying to get through the gates. That makes sense.
Great swords!
Drag them down, great swords.
Mortar!
Alright, they're out of shots.
Huntsman! Take position! My God!
You can't use them to roll around like a monster.
To battle!
Outriders come up to the front of the hill here. We get torched from both sides. Love to see it.
Targets! They'll fall! Mortar!
More to those slings for me.
Spot us the target!
Cutting through them in droves. Let's go ahead and bring these halberdiers back. Now we're way too close.
Blades ready! Whoa! Yes, sir!
Put them down quickly.
The Empire endures!
Yeah, they still have 1,500 guys left.
Huntsman! Great swords!
Definitely not over till it's over.
Fight
Come on,
for
great swords.
Warhammer, for our right to live!
Like, I need your damage quickly now.
For Heldenhammer! Outriders!
Fall back away from the weapons team. You stay up on top of the wall. You turn, get ready for what's coming.
Shields up!
We just have to delay them as long as we can.
Which target, General? All set!
You come back behind.
Great swords!
That's another general defeated.
Into position! Hot!
Go ahead and toss the oil on these fools.
Swordsmen!
Actually claim back some territory, thankfully. Get this up to a cannon tower.
We await your orders! Shoot them! Sigma calls! We are ready!
Halberdiers fall back.
Gunners! Okay! My Galmaras!
Cut through them.
Halberdiers! Now! Missiles ready! Outriders!
Over there. Put those guys down. And great swords get moving. Their plague monks back.
Serve friends! Let's meet!
All back, boys. Actually, let's go ahead and charge through into these cave and slave slings.
Our weapons are yours!
Halberdiers go take down those clan rats.
Fight Ulrich's wrath! Great swords!
Cut through them. Alright, there goes the chieftain.
Standing by!
That is another general dealt with.
General! Yes, General!
Come on, boys, put them down.
Taking position!
Alright, now we need to very quickly run.
The ground! Yes, sir!
They've got guys in here.
Sigma! Yes, sir! Outriders! Now! Limber weapons! Quick march!
I'm just trying to push through.
Yes, my lord!
We need to give the ammunition to these mortar crews.
All ranks, fire!
I don't know if they have a good angle there, but if they do,
Gunners! Sigma guides us! Outriders!
thank you, Outriders.
Yes, sir! For the twin-tailed comet! Go!
Boys, get up to run. Quickly. Quickly, quickly.
Your orders. Taking position! Mortar!
That needs to be a full-on blocker. Get back on the mortar.
Guides us. For the Heldenhammer.
Go on, rifle teams, get up there.
Sir!
Bring yourself up and around too. Looks like the rifles have lost line of sight on their slings.
Great swords! You will! For the Emperor! For the Warhammer!
Yeah, no, they've gone all in on trying to just yoink our positions away from us, which, fair enough.
Of the Empire!
Mortars, go ahead and drop some goodies here. drop some extra gifts on these guys.
Sigma calls.
Fall back as the clan rats try to follow.
The Empire endures.
Piercing tower sounds good. I think we have the other Outriders come up and give their ammunition to these war wagons. Let them immediately start firing away. What we'll do is we'll get the Doomslayers caught up in a fight with the war wagons.
Ready to serve. For the Emperor. Outriders.
Get schmoovin' there, Outriders.
Through to cannons. Huntsmen. Yes, sir.
Last in bits.
Ready. We serve the Emperor. Your call. Great swords.
Those halberds finally got overwhelmed. Great swords get down there. That is a Grey Seer defeated. Need more towers. Wherever possible. Your orders are to blast these Doomflayers to bits. As soon as they notice that's your orders, they'll go ahead and fall back. Give these guys a bit more ammo, and vice versa. Go ahead and make that advance, fools, I dare you. There's the warp fire throwers. That general is defeated, send them all forward. It's as nasty of a battle as can be. Get back behind the trap. If they don't fall for it, go ahead and give them the business. Try to keep them on the other side of those Doomflayers, and our mortars can do all sorts of whatever they want. Ah, they went after our Outriders. Crump the Doomflayers then. Must avoid the warp fire at all costs, so let's try to pull through. No way. With their like 3 remaining troops, they might be able to capture zones on us. Come back behind the trap. Oh, no way.
We serve the Emperor. Take the ground.
Gonna sneak through here. Alright, that's those warp fire throwers gone. At least caught. Try to run the Outriders through. They've got a good deal of the escape and slave slings. We can capture the zone. Gotta bring all the great swords together up here. Warriors are still chasing those escaping slaves around. And let them capture the zones. Outriders go ahead and fall back just a bit. Get around the corner so the warp fire can get recalibrated on them. Bring these guys up and around so they can fire on the... Oh, did we get them? Beautiful stuff. General's getting smacked though, good grief. Doomflayers are dangerous. The Skaven were willing to fight to the ever last rat, but we managed to hold them off, and Marienburg remains in Imperial control. Alright, we managed to secure a pure victory and another Rune Fang. How excellent. Wolfric, you got yourself a Rune Fang where they deployed 3,000, us 1,700. And we managed to come away with a win. 300 schematics generated. We can go ahead and generate a few more, and by a few more I mean all of them.
Your death shall be a warning.
Alright, I'll try to remember to cut this out. It looked like it was going to crash, but thankfully we were just having a bit of lag. We got a fitting end. Ikikal may have been defeated utterly, but he'll be surely back again soon with a new, better, nastier, probably motorized plan. Watch out. That's 10 more research rate and some Winds of Magic power reserve capacity for that army. As well as a Rune Fang. And some new seamen. Oh yeah, there's Emerald, General of the Empire, back and ready for duty. And I might have actually just taken the Rune Fang away from our original electric count. Let's see. By fundamentally redesigning how field guns are constructed, we can maximize the firepower of each machine while saving resources in less important areas. Yes, upkeep production and missile strength for all of our artillery.
Elspeth von
Oh, we
Draken.
don't even need the
It's now or
Marienburg
never.
help, but I think I will absolutely throw in the... not the Temple of Moor, but the Militia of Moor. So upkeep production for everyone in this area, global recruitment duration, and just the ability to throw in some artillery on the fly.
Seek out the heretics.
Seek out the heretics. So thankfully we did get to recruit in our huntsmen. Not the long rifles, but just the huntsmen and the long rifles here for the next battle will make things go very our way. Since you are a huntsman general, I think I'd love to give you the Black Lions. Try to theme this army up as much as we can. We'll keep the mortars for now, just so they're good at firing over the walls of Marienburg. And we give you the White Wolves as well. White Wolves, and then through Global. Got you 2 Outriders. Outright Grenadiers would be fantastic, but the Purple Grenades would be even better. In the meantime, we'll just go ahead and fill your army in with Free Company Militia. I think I can do it here way cheaper. Oh, never mind. The Wasteland is
Sir!
filled to bursting. Okay. Elftown or Tancred Castle. Elftown does give us the Seafarers, which looks like a Free Company militia that is instead of Free Company as elves. Income, elf, trinkets, trade tariffs, or carcasses. Let's go ahead and grab the Elftown for the trade. Being one of the wealthiest trade ports in the old world, it houses people from across the world, one such place being the Sith Rianask Namishathir, or more commonly known as the Elf Quarter of Marienburg, home to some of the greatest elven seafarers. Pretty positive I have read that
Equipment check.
description, but I don't know if it was in this
General.
campaign or not. Remind me if it's not. I can go ahead and read on through. I will go for Route Launcher. Hard to hit for our general, and then into Inspiring Presence. Get our basic 3.
Huntsman General.
More trading for Claude, which we'll go ahead and give Claude the Rune Fang. He's more of a melee infantry. No ancillaries for you. I can make you better at fighting. Blade Master into hard to hit. There we go. We do definitely need to take back Fort Bird Breast. In fact, let's go ahead and have Gerhardt figure out what's here.
Yes, for now.
You have Nerve lost holding the line, which really shouldn't be that big a deal to push them on out. We just need Wolfric's army to be built up with some actual artillery. So we come in through Global and take 2 turns. Not for long.
They will be judged.
Make you a specialist, so your judgment is cheaper.
I long for the tranquility of the gardens.
Okay, and then I'm going to come on in here and grab the Amethyst Rocket Battery. Yoink. Mine. I don't believe there are any further challenges for us. Once we hit the Nolan Gunnery School, that is it. So, this Hellstorm I'm not going to be dismantling. So what I'll do is I'll teleport here as soon as I can, and I'll give that Hellstorm Rocket Battery over to... You've made it further in next to Schwarzhofen, haven't you? One more turn before we can teleport, so we just need to go into March. I like that the Ogres are also at war with Averlin, but are actually avoiding fighting Averlin.
Death takes
Their armies are
the
far too
living.
weak and not worth bonking.
No
Ours, however,
what to do.
apparently are extremely worth it. Go ahead and stop building this farm.
I await to advise.
Wait to advise. Okay, well, let's bring you all the way out over here to this Huntsman General. It's going to be quite a journey. And negative income isn't something I'm enjoying. Azag has come back over here to Waldenhof with nothing but trolls. Alright.
Master
Well, then do I hit
engineer,
Essen back to just make him mad?
as the Empire demands.
Thinking I do. We may have to
What does the Emperor
retreat
bid?
from the Valhalla and Lost ruins. Let's go ahead and take
Take
this.
them down.
Get some armor of meteoric iron. Ooh, this is an interesting idea. Osterland, or Ostermark,
Unbridle
back.
your avarice.
for a very short period of time.
Burdened with
You come back over here to ambush in
A
Mordheim.
labor of wisdom. Stand perfectly.
And then we'll have Ulbrich fall back to Drakenhof or Tempelhof. Tempelhof would need the defenses more than Drakenhof would, so let's just scoot our way back either way and all the same.
By Sigma's right.
Those ruins are not long for the world. Our gold is looking very bad, especially since Campmaker Gaunt is about to take down Svoltsofen. Okay, so here with Wulfric,
Hunters!
you're actually going to have to stop recruiting these two, and I'm also going to get rid of your mortars, actually. We have to make back more gold than that, good grief.
Honor before glory.
Gerhardt, I'm going to disband you for now. Most of these units we have, we really need. Returns for walls. Ah, the cursed upkeep production.
Sir!
Alright, Wolfric, guess you're losing even more men. Black Lions are gonna have to go,
Huntsman General!
which is unfortunate, but we'll just keep
Huntsman
this
General.
group to defend here. We're about to lose an additional town, too. This Campmaker Gaunt has avoided Marius like the plague. Alright, who else hasn't been moved?
Huntsman General!
Huntsman General.
The council is disappointed.
Man, what we likely should have done is kept those warriors, come up here to
Huntsman
attack
General.
the settlement, claim the fort with what we had there. Now we're in a little bit of trouble. That's alright.
Leave no one behind!
Leave no one behind. I need Durthu to be fighting against anything besides us, but he doesn't like us very much, so we'll see. Thankfully, we got rid of
Show me
the
the accused.
Nemesis ground just in time. Rebellion in Mordheim. You know what? Let's go ahead and give that Mordheim over to the newly
The Grand Theogenist
newly
should
formed
declare you
Ostermark,
traitors
which we can always
and
get back later.
heretics.
Why don't you like me? That's fine. We'll just take your gold.
Yes.
Now we are going to be trespassing, but Ostermark is... They'll get over it.
So many ideas!
Wissenland can wait. Our meeting cannot.
Wants a military alliance. That is likely going to draw us into a war with Clan Moors, but I think the old alliances between men and dwarves are worth shedding some blood over.
Sign the contract and be done with it.
And I'm glad he didn't attack us, but there was no reason not to at least gain. At least try to make some gains in gold from the Van Helden Lost Ruins.
I may share my wisdom.
Alright, well that is going to be all the time I have got for today. Thank you all so much for dropping by today's Wissenland and Nolan campaign. If you all enjoyed the video, remember to like for Light God and a sub for the Subthron. See you all in the next one.